Welcome everyone, my name is Rob. This is our Centra Windows manufacturing facility located in Langley, British Columbia. We're going to take you on a tour, see some of the key spots of how we make the windows. This is the first step in the process. We get the raw material delivered in rail cars to us. So our sawyers will grab whatever material they need for the orders they're on and then load them in the saw. The saws are set up to accept our profile, and the computer will optimize the cuts for us. So we'll get big batches of windows. We'll do 7 to 12 houses at a time or large projects at a time all together. As they come off, the saw will tell us where to put the heights, where to put the widths, because we don't necessarily cut them all in the same to get a better yield. This is our 4-point welder. We refer to it as Machine Center. This is where we weld all of our frames. This machine is a welder, a CNC router, and what's a corner cleaner to clean all the frames after we're done. So what we do here is we take the heights and the widths for the windows, and she'll check to make sure they're the right size. From there, we put them in the welder, make sure the frame is square. Then we heat it to 240 degrees Celsius to melt the vinyl. When we push it together, after 2 minutes, it's welded. This is where the operator controls the welder. So our computer will display the general picture of the windows. It's not to scale, but she can tell roughly how it looks, so she's got the right window. So in this area here is where we do our final bit of fabrication. We get all our frames and all of our sashes together. From this point, we have to divvy it up between our 2 major lines. So the one we have here to look at is the 2900 casement line. So we do casement and awnings here. This is all of our complex stuff to go through assembly here. This is an example of one of our sashes that's been welded at a 4-point welder. You can see that there's some extra weld there. That's what we'll clean off with a corner cleaner, and then we will chisel it to get a better finish off of it. Here's where we do the final assembly of our casement awnings. From here, we'll put the sash in, do whatever final QC checks, operation checks we can check, and from here we move on to glazing. This is our glazing line. This is where we put the insulating sealed units into the frames. We attach all the screens, any other miscellaneous sealant, and the bead to hold it all together prior to the final QC point before we ship the windows out. This is the newest edition piece of equipment we bought. It's a 4-point welder we bought from Germany. Allows us to weld much larger frames than we used to be able to. We can weld anything 14 by 14 feet in this welder. Anything above that requires a 1-point weld. This particular welder allows us to weld has the capacity to do 600 frames a day in an 8-hour shift. The biggest need that we had short term was just to allow us to have better flow of our product and control of our product, so that we could get the product through in the rate we wanted instead of everything slowing down as soon as I hit a welder. We bought another welder. That allows us to push the flow through and keep our lines going the way we want them to. This is the highlight of the tour when we do non-virtual tours. This is our random test area. We do water testing, structural testing, air testing. We test about 5 to 10% of all the windows that we put onto projects. This has allowed us to decide where our R&D direction is going to be. So where do we need to move our windows above other people, our competitors, above the current regulations, above the new regulations? Where can we take our windows to? What can we do? We can do a lot of that in-house before we have to do send them out for external testing. After the last quality control point, we'll load the windows. This is where they end up on these specially designed racks that go on our trucks to be shipped out to branches and to project sites to get your windows. We don't take ourselves too seriously here. We like to have fun. but everyone has a lot of pride in what they do. We have a lot of employee owners here. 98% of our employees in manufacturing are shareholders, so the final product really matters to them, but that doesn't stop them from having fun and a little healthy competition. A very multicultural facility here. We have a lot of fun at our potlucks with food from all over the place. We have a lot of families that work here. We got husband, wives, father, son, a few sisters, aunts. That definitely helps out when they're all on each other to make sure they get the job done. I really enjoy the fact that we sell product made in BC. I have a lot of pride in where I'm from and what I do, and I love the fact I've been all over BC, and I love the fact that we sell our product all over British Columbia and we can share it with everybody, and we employ people from British Columbia. We have British Columbian owners of our company, and everything we do is about our hometown and our home province.